Yo, it's me, yes it is he, SCOTT. Time for original versus remake once again. And it's Aladdin, of course. Something that rhymes with horse. Anyway, yes. Remake versus original. Original versus remake. Aladdin. So, when they announced that they were going to do a live action remake of Aladdin, I think it was the first that I really. Well, Pete's Dragon, but then once I realized what Pete's Dragon was going to be about, I saw the trailer, I was like, no, that's not Pete's Dragon. But when I saw the Aladdin trailer, you know, I've seen parts of the Jungle Book, and that's all right. I've seen parts of Beauty and the Beast, that's okay. But it really was the trailer for Aladdin that got me, because I heard about it and they're making one. I'm like, I don't know. But then I saw the trailer. I'm like, this is perfect. This looks, reminds me exactly of the original. And then I saw it. So let's do story. Well, the story is basically the same, but they take out some elements. Like in the original, you had the giant snake, which I was looking forward to seeing on a big screen, and we had a giant parrot instead of a giant snake. A giant Iago. And there were some story steps in the remake I didn't care for towards the original. The movie's called Aladdin. Yet they decided to try to make this sort of like a Maleficent take on the Beauty and the Beast, but not call it Jasmine because I'm assuming they realized we just call it Jasmine, we're not gonna make enough money because people want to see Aladdin. So we make it Aladdin, and we have this subplot in the remake about how she wants to be the Sultan and she wants to go out on her own and she will not be silenced. And we even wrote in a new song just for her. And it's the worst part of the movie because that's not Aladdin. And that's not even Jasmine. In the original, she wanted more, but she did not want to be Sultan. And she never once said that she wasn't, she never once cared about her being the one in front of everything and everyone else. That's what throws me away from it. I don't hate the remake. I just don't like some of the steps they made. In the story-wise, characters. Mina Masood as Aladdin doesn't compare to Scott Winger. I mean, in animation, you can do a lot of things with the character, but even in line delivery, Scott Winger had this sort of delivery where you believed everything, like he was excited about everything. Mina Masood would be like, "Hello, princess. I came to see you." Whereas Scott Winger would be like, "Princess, I came to see you." But Mina Masood, "Princess, I came to see you." Even his singing, "A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view." Whereas it's not Scott Winger, but the other guy, "A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming." There's a lot more out there. The minimum suit is just collecting a paycheck, is what it seems like. What's her name? Naomi Scott. She actually cares. She actually does great on her line delivery. Right up there with, I believe it's Linda Larkin. I believe. Not 100%. Doesn't say, of course. But she does a great line delivery, and she is a very good singer. She's been in various things where she sings, like Lemonade Mouth, and she can sing. She's great. Jafar. Look, the original Jafar was the most dastardly, dark villain that you can think of. But what did they do here? The original Jafar, he was old, he was gruff, gritty. There's that line. "Now you'll get your reward, your eternal reward." Here, how about my foot? This guy is too young. Doesn't look right. His beard's too short. And he just doesn't have that same line delivery as the original actor who did the voice. Even the lines have changed. You know, like I said, you'll get your reward, your eternal reward. It went from that to, how about my foot? How is that? And this Jafar is more concerned with invading Shirabat, whatever the hell that is, or just wanting to be Sultan. He wants to be Sultan, but when he finally gets his wish, spoiler alert, you know, when he finally gets hold of the team and becomes Sultan, his first act is to invade Shirabat. Does that ever get stopped, by the way? I'm just saying. Iago basically has no personality in the remake. They decided not to do anything with Iago, just make him a standard parrot. Whereas Gilbert Gottfried's Iago, who on history, is one of the most creative and annoying characters in film. Just saying. Abu, it's a monkey. Frank Welker came back to do the voice of Abu, as well as the Cave of Wonders. I mean, you know, Frank Welker's Frank Welker. He's going to be awesome no matter what he does. You know, am I forgetting anyone? Oh yeah, they have a guard in the remake who is not Fazul from the original, or Razul, whatever from the original, but it's a new guard. It looks like Tommaso Ciampa from WWE NXT's. But they have a sort of subplot with him where he's working for Jafar after he became Sultan because he only serves the Sultan and does what the Sultan wants him to do, no matter who is the Sultan. As long as they're Sultan, he'll do it. And then Jasmine comes in and says, but your family has been there and everything, and so he turns on him, but then it doesn't do anything. And, oh yeah, Jasmine. About Jasmine, like I said, she gets her own little subplot. She's good with the character, but the story they give her is not Jasmine. Right? She wants to be Sultan. No. They gave her a female empowerment storyline in a setting where they just didn't have that yet. You gotta be historically accurate. Historically accurate with this. But they don't. And that's what kind of ticks me off about it, is that they just gave her a female empowerment storyline when it doesn't make any sense. I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh yes! The genie. It's one of the reasons why it took so long for me to want to do this one. I almost pushed it back more into a different one, but I wanted this to be my next one. The genie. Look, I've heard things ever since they decided to do this live action remake. You're not going to get anyone better than Robin Williams to play the genie. There was one. There was one person they could have got that could have, contained that spirit of the genie. And in the words of Adam Sandler, you blew it! I mean, Will Smith's not that bad. But Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias wanted to play the role of the genie. And he didn't get it because they wanted some big Hollywood star like Will Smith, instead of a comedian like Robin Williams was. Now, Will Smith, he's a funny guy. And I guess when he looks normal, it's fine. It's when he's all covered in blue with the CGI that I don't mind it, but people have freaked out. They're like, no, that's not right. What do you expect? But I, for one, when I saw the magazine cover and saw that Genie wasn't blue, I'm like, no, you're already fucking it up. No, he's got to be blue. And then I saw the trailers, and he's blue, and he's not blue. In my opinion, he should have been blue for the entire movie. I don't care what anyone says. That's the Genie. The Genie must be blue. There was only one time that Genie wasn't blue, when he was humanoid looking. And that's when he was singing Prince Ali Babwa. That part. But here, half of the movie, he's out of CG. Why? Budget. And that's why I think that doing a live action movie probably wouldn't work, because you need to have the genie CGI the entire time, but you can't, because you got to do other CGI stuff, and that's going to run up your budget, Comparing the two is, I don't know. Robin Williams will never be outdone. Will Smith does a good job, but he's no Robin Williams. We'll put it at that. Dialogue. Atmosphere. Atmosphere, it's about the same. They put water in Agrabah. Also, I forgot to mention that the genie, another thing with the genie is they decide that at the end of the film, when he grants the genie his freedom, the genie is just human. Wherein the original, he was still the genie, he just wasn't bound by the rules of a genie. But in the remake, he's human, which they're talking about a sequel, and it's going to follow somewhat Return of Jafar. But they can't do that because Genie's now human and has no semi-phenomenal cosmic powers. In any billion space. Nope. So I don't understand how they're going to do it when the Genie's now human. They even show him at the beginning. In the original, it was implied that the peddler at the beginning, salam and good evening to you, worthy friends. Please come closer. Too close, a little too close. That was the Genie because it was voiced by Robin Williams. And actually, there was supposed to be a scene at the end where you go back to the peddler and he turns into Genie. But they worked that out. Here, it's just Genie, now human, telling the story. Atmosphere and dialogue are practically the same except for the whole, I want to do my own thing and I want to be silent stuff. And invading Shirabat. Overall, the remake is better, of course. The original is better. What the hell is wrong with me? I fucked up. No, the original is better. Don't listen to me. The original is better. Of course the original is better. It's going to be better. It's a classic Disney film. But that doesn't make the remake bad. I watched it quite a few times since I bought the Blu-ray, and it's still enjoyable. But yeah, the original is still better. So, what are your thoughts on Aladdin, original versus remake? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.